heard it for years. You are what you eat. But can good food actually be bad for you, making you fat or even sick? A Florida-based company claims to have a blood test that will tell you what foods your body can't tolerate. Our Linda Hurtado has the story in today's Taking Action for Your Health report.
You would think being a professional football player that Tampa Bay Buccaneer defensive tackle Chris Hovan would know everything about diet and exercise.
It's definitely lunchtime.
And so would his family.
Can you spit your gum out, please?
But they recently learned that food sensitivity had a huge impact on their health.
Peaches.
And they made some changes.
Like any diet, it's hard to stay away. They took away all my favorite stuff, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, you can't put a price and you can't, on your health.
I can see that I've lost some of my body fat. And I think that can only be beneficial to me as the season comes.
Their diet changes came about after the Hovans took a test called ALCAT. It's a blood test that's supposed to list the foods your body has built up an intolerance to. The parents took the test in hopes of clearing up some of their children's health issues,
Some more peaches?
as well as some of their own.
My husband also has a lot of acid reflux and heartburn, and I was always tired, runny nose, sore throat, and so, this was like our last option. We had tried all the antibiotics.
Creators say the ALCAT checks for food intolerance at a cellular level. Technicians are looking for sensitivities, not allergic reactions. An allergic reaction typically happens immediately. A sensitivity usually builds up over time, triggering the body's immune system, causing inflammation.
The body can withstand so much toxicity. And then when you exceed that level, then there's a breakdown. And breakdown in this case means the breakout of some symptoms, which could be migraine, arthritis, the inability to lose weight, and so forth.
Yeah, we stopped all the pasta sauces. They stopped getting diaper rashes.
The Hovans got the results and some nutritional counseling on the foods they needed to eliminate from their diets. Foods in the red area of this chart should be cut out completely. Foods from the yellow or orange area should be eaten in moderation, and foods from the green are a go. Chris had built up an intolerance to red meat,
We're just getting frustrated.
a staple of his diet for years. Both he and Jamie showed sensitivity to cow's milk. 4 weeks after cutting out most of the foods on that red list, Jamie says the family's health problems have cleared up, and they've also shed a few pounds.
To us, it was worth it. The way we feel, it's worth putting in the effort to change the eating habits.
Now, the cost for the ALCAT test can be significant, anywhere from $50 to over $1,000, depending on the number of foods being tested. By the way, insurance coverage is limited. It really just depends on your individual plan. If you'd like more information on the ALCAT test,
I've seen patients who have used these different types of steroids, and they're manipulating their hormones, and they're going to physiologically mess themselves up.
Dr. Craig Conover is a doctor and avid runner and says he's found a way to help patients reach their fitness goals without taking controversial supplements like HGH.
And what we try to do is help people boost their own growth hormone levels so that they can feel better, because growth hormone is something that helps people grow stronger, work harder.
Rick Breslin is training for the PGA Tour but couldn't figure out why he was so tired.
I used to wake up and die off at about noon.
After seeing 5 doctors, his trainer recommended Dr. Conover's program. He went through metabolic and fitness testing and realized his food choices, while healthy, weren't right for him.
I figured out that milk, which I drink probably a half a gallon a day, I eat sandwiches every day for lunch, and milk and wheat were like extreme problems with me.
We generally think of these as delayed food allergies. You may not know, you're not going to have necessarily anaphylaxis or a rash or diarrhea, but you may have fatigue, headache, which impairs how you function.
And the testing doesn't take a lot of time. This machine here in under 2 minutes can tell you how much lean muscle mass you have, how much body fat you have, and how many calories you burn a day without exercising. After eliminating foods that caused inflammation in his body, Rick says his energy level doubled.
We actually drilled down individually for me for once exactly what the problem was, and when we did that, dropped 20 pounds.
Kristen McMahon, ABC News 4.